Resorcio, an online bazaar where you can find, share and create resources.
And let us take questions from the audience. I would request the other panelists to also turn your video on. We have some questions from the audience. And okay, number one, what is a good legal site to get an overview of such laws for women?
Well, you're asking the wrong people. You know, me and Shanti would not say legal site. We'll say you can approach the lawyer.
That's a very, very pertinent answer.
Well, whereas I do find, because just like when the patients now approach a doctor for consultation, they do a thorough reading and they go and just, put it across saying, I've got this, have I got that? Should I do this test? All that. Similarly, nowadays we find when the clients come, they're well read, or they have a good information of the whole thing, and they put it across. Will this section apply, or will this section apply? They would compare themselves with some other cases, and they come. So basically, if you Google, there is no specific. India Kanun is one site where you can just go through the whole thing, which also India Kanun, where you can see that when you type particular issues, it explains and gives a background of the whole thing, the law which propagates the whole thing, and then there are also judgments and the precedents to that.
All right, thank you. So that actually,
Shanti?
Anything else, Shanti, Bismi ma'am? Any other suggestions?
About all these things. Nowadays, the clients are very, sharp. They know what they want. Like, if you see architect and says that, do that, do this and all. If they're seeing a lawyer and say that, do that, do this, because they are well versed.
All right. In fact, that draws us to the poll today. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your knowledge of women's legal rights? Let's hear from the audience. So 1 to 4, then 1 to 4, 50% is 1 to 4, and 5 to 7 is 25%, and 8 to 10 is 25%. I think we need to have this not just every Women's Day, but I think we need to have this session once a month, because I think people are quite low on their awareness of rights, as they have mentioned in the poll today. So that's the result for the poll in this session, and we move on to the next question. Over to you, Bismi ma'am. There is a notion that feminism means superiority and not equality. Your comments, please. Any other panelists? The question is, there is a notion that feminism means superiority and not equality. Your comments, please.
Unfortunately, it's still a taboo in the society where you say feminism. Other than the present generation, I would say the earlier generation, or rather, they'll say they don't take it in a good, they always take it with a pinch of salt and say, oh, she's a feminist. I don't know why it's been used in a wrong manner.
Right.
The term is used in a wrong manner.
It's a wrong perception.
Yeah, perception is totally wrong. So, yeah, it's just how the society takes otherwise.
Feminism is a good concept. It is a very good concept. It has been perceived in a very good way. Like, Millu like people, I should say that. Because it's a great concept, but it is wrongly,
All right. So I think it's time to conclude. And there are some more questions. I think you can all write into contact@resorcio. The panelists will reply to you via email. So thank you so much, everyone. So as we all know, women empowerment is something which is very critical to achieve gender equality. And so let's all stand together to reinforce women's dignity, identity, and individuality within the professional as well as the personal sphere, so that it fosters growth and we also achieve domestic, social, political, and economic justice. And as we know, awareness and the attitude change is the first step towards enjoying one's rights. And I also believe that women's empowerment, it is something like a state of mind. a mind without fear, a mind without conflict, and a mind filled with conviction and above all, happiness and peace. So on that note, thank you so much to all our panelists and the participants of this session, Know Your Rights, conducted by Resorcio. Thank you so much, Resorcio, for this opportunity. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you very much for the time. Thank you.
Resorcio, an online bazaar where you can find, share, and create resources. Looking for the perfect slide deck to ace a presentation? Need smart templates to get an edge at work? Log in to resorcio.com. On Resorcio, you can find content about nearly every topic under the sun. You can also create and upload content in your area of expertise. From PowerPoints and PDFs to templates and audio, you'll find multiple formats on Resorcio. We're also multilingual, so you have more options at your fingertips. Once you log in, you'll get a bag full of lumens, our virtual currency. With this, you can buy the resources of your choice and get started. Buy, sell, and share resources at Resorcio, the online bazaar. Start resourcing today. Resorcio. Find, share, create.